Hello and welcome to the Marine Ecological Habitat's Lobster Box 4 Crate Features and Functions video. In this video we'll be going over some of the basic components, their location, and some other general features of the Lobster Box 4. The Lobster Box 4 is constructed out of 3/4 inch blue playboard material. In this next brief clip, we're going to show you the Blue Line 55 HD pump, which drives the main circulation of the LB4. Here we're featuring the carbon canister located inside the wet sump or bio sump. It can be removed for easy cleaning and carbon changes. The carbon canister holds approximately 2 pounds of carbon. To change the carbon, simply unthread the top, remove carbon, replace with new fresh rinse carbon, and replace the cap. Lower the canister into the cradle and reconnect the fitting. Here we're featuring the eShop's S120 protein skimmer. The skimmer has a collection cup which may be emptied by removing the nylon wing nut, lifting the cap, and disposing of the waste in the proper receptacle. The cap is then reapplied and the wing nut is replaced. This is important to keep the top from popping off as foam skimmate builds up inside the collection cup. For further maintenance, you can remove the protein skimmer. Here we're going to show you the basic feature. The main adjustment for the skimmer is located on the gray tube. That white dot is actually featured in the instructions, which is very important for calibrating the performance of the eShop skimmer. To put the cup back on, simply lower and twist. That locks it in place. In this next video segment, we're going to go over some of the basic features of the bio sump. First, I'm removing the manifold. Next, I'm going to remove the protein skimmer. Removing these items during each weekly cleaning session is not absolutely necessary, but here in the video we're going to show you these features, their location, how to remove them, and how to properly reinstall them. Next, I'm going to remove the carbon canister. Keep in mind this canister is full of water and not carbon. Next is the skimmer box. Now the filter tray. The biomedia, which is bagged up in 2 separate bags. And now the divider wall. In this next clip, we're going to show just the opposite, how everything goes back in place. First, the divider wall. Notice the position of the shelf. the biomedia bags. As a brief side note about biomedia, there is never a need to wash it. If you should happen to remove the biomedia, just make sure to keep it as wet as possible. In goes the filter tray, which sits on top of the biomedia bags, the skimmer box. Make sure to place the V towards the divider wall, the carbon canister, the manifold, thread the skimmer hose back into the skimmer box, in this clip we're just going to show real quick how the filter pads are located inside the filter tray. In this segment, we're going to talk in depth about how to switch the LB4 from a soak system to a spray system. First off, we're going to start on how to set up the soak system. The soak system has a lower distribution manifold which sits at the bottom of the storage area tank. Here, we're placing the Venturi valve with the hose barb connection inside of the storage area. Please keep in mind that everything should be threaded on no more than hand tight. Make sure the barb is pointed down, and then simply reconnect the hose. Reconnect the hose to the barb fitting that is pointed down. It will require a little bit of manipulation in order to get the returns to poke up through the false floor. Next, in goes the second half of the false floor. False floor rides on a series of tracks. That helps it to keep it straight. And now we're going to reinsert the dividers. Using the dividers in the soak system is important. It helps to keep the false floor in place and organizes your livestock. Here we're only showing 2 of the 3 dividers. The third one goes in the middle. Here the soak system is fully up and running. Please make note of the water level indicated on the divider. Also note that the Venturi works by pulling air through a valve. Here I've placed my hand on top of the valve to demonstrate that by blocking that up, air will not be introduced into the water. In this segment, we're going to disassemble the soak system and show you how to reconnect or reestablish the spray system. We're removing the Venturi valve components. That item in my hand right now is the Venturi valve, and now I'm moving the flexible hose off to the side. It's not necessary to remove the distribution manifold from the floor, but it can be done. I'm reinserting a 3/4 to 1 reducing adapter, and now the spray system. Make sure that all the nozzles are pointed down before starting. Here you can see the water being turned on, and it's spraying. You can make quick adjustments to the spray system by simply loosening the yellow collar and moving the blue nozzle around, then retightening the yellow collar. In this clip, we're going to show you how to remove the baskets from the spray system. First, turn the power off to the LB4. Next, you're going to remove the spray bar manifold. In order to do so, you're going to need to separate into two separate sections. Once the two sections have been removed, you can move your baskets around or remove for cleaning if necessary. Reinstall the second half of the spray bar system. Then reinstall the first half of the spray bar system. It is important to make sure that the nozzles are pointed down before you turn the power back on to the LB4. Thank you for watching our video on the LB4. For more information, head over to marineeco.com on our touch tanks, lobster tanks, and custom aquariums.